Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Thursday, June 23, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Miami Marlins vs Colorado Rockies. Our team pick is Miami for the win, and here is why. Colorado went through a lengthy losing stretch in May, dropping 8 games in a 9-game stretch. The Rockies have been struggling overall since getting off to a 15-10 start, falling 10 games under .50 last Thursday. They bounced back with a surprising sweep at home against San Diego before losing Tuesday's thrilling opener to this series. Colorado is now sitting in last place in the National League West, trailing the Dodgers by 12 games. The Rockies are 8.5 games back of the final NL wild card spot, so they cannot afford to keep losing at their current rate. Miami put together a nice 5-game winning streak at the beginning of June, but it has struggled to maintain any form since then. The Marlins lost 6 of their next 8 games before bouncing back with a 9-8 win over Colorado on Tuesday. They are amid a 6-game homestand that will wrap up with 3 games against New York this coming weekend. Miami is currently sitting in 4th place in the NL East, trailing the Mets by 13 games. The Marlins are also teetering on the edge of relevancy in the NL wild card race, sitting 7.5 games back of the final wild card spot. They have been a decent offensive team, ranked number 14 in batting average, .243. First baseman Gary Cooper leads the way with 65 hits and a .310 average. First baseman Jesus Aguilar has added 57 hits. They will be facing a Colorado pitching staff that ranks number 26 with an ERA of 4.94. Southpaw Braxton Garrett is expected to take the mound for Miami on Thursday. He allowed 3 runs on 5 hits and 2 walks against the Mets in his last outing, taking the loss. Garrett threw 44 of 75 pitches for strikes, with his major mistake coming on a 2-run home run from Francisco Lindor in the 3rd inning. The left-hander brings a 4.85 ERA and 1.54 WHIP through 3 starts in the back end of the rotation into this contest. They have been an outstanding offensive team this season, leading the MLB with a batting average of .262. First baseman C.J. Cron has 81 hits, including a team-high 17 home runs. He will be facing a Miami pitching staff that is number 16 with an ERA of 3.95. Left-handed pitcher Kyle Freeland is expected to start for Colorado on Thursday afternoon. He allowed 4 runs on 8 hits across 7 innings against San Diego his last time out, earning his 2nd consecutive win. Freeland threw 56 of 82 pitches for strikes and was backed up by a 10-run day from his offense. He has been an up-and-down starter this season, bringing a 3-5 record and 4.46 ERA into this start. Colorado is not a team that I want to back on the road. The Rockies rely on their strong offense to win games, but they are significantly weaker without their altitude advantage at Coors Field. They do not have the pitching to hold up in other environments. Miami has a winning record at home this season, while Colorado is 11-19 on the road. Freeland has struggled with consistency, and I do not have any interest in backing him in this game. Garrett is held up in the back end of the Miami rotation, and he simply needs to limit the damage to put his team in a nice spot to win this game. Our total pick is over 8. And here is why. The Colorado Rockies have been doing pretty well as a team offensively, as they are tied with the St. Louis Cardinals for 10th in the majors, with a .726 team ops, while averaging 4.63 runs per game thus far. Left fielder Connor Joe has been doing pretty well at the plate this year, as he has a .752 ops with 5 homers and 16 RBI, while stealing 3 bases. He has been hitting well in his previous 7 games, as he is 9 for 28 with a RBI and 3 runs scored in that span. The Miami Marlins are no longer a slouch at the plate, as they are currently 13th in the majors with a .708 ops, while scoring 4.5 runs per game up to this point. Second baseman Jazz Chisholm Jr. has been doing extremely well this season at the plate, as he has an .831 ops with 13 home runs and 42 RBI, while also swiping 11 bases so far. He has struggled in his previous 30 games as he has a .193.288.450 slash line with 8 homers and 21 RBI, with 13 walks and 40 strikeouts. Kyle Freeland has been struggling this season, according to his baseball saving page, as he is in the 9th percentile in strikeout percentage. Hitters are making flush contact off of his pitches as they have an 89.9 average exit velocity. Freeland has 5 different pitches and mixes each of them well, as they are all thrown at least 15% of the time. He faced Miami once last season and won as he went 5 innings and gave up 4 runs on 7 hits with a walk and 6 strikeouts. Braxton Garrett is considered the 21st ranked prospect in the Marlins system and has not pitched enough to factor into the baseball saving percentile rankings. He has a career 7.6 barrel percentage against him, which is around average. Garrett has a 5-pitch arsenal and throws 3 of those pitches at least 22% of the time this season. He faced the Rockies once in 2021 and lost as he went 4 innings and allowed 2 runs on 5 hits with 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. These bullpens have been struggling throughout the regular season so far, as Colorado is 28th in the sport with a 4.70 reliever ERA, while Miami is 23rd in the majors with a 4.33 bullpen ERA so far. Both teams have been scoring the ball well as of late, as the Rockies are scoring 4.38 runs per game in their previous 13 games, while the Marlins are averaging 4.62 runs per game in their last 13 games. The over is 5-1 in their last 8 games between one another in Miami. All in all, go with the over 8 runs to hit in this matchup. Atlanta Braves vs San Francisco Giants. Our team pick is Atlanta Braves. And here is why. Alex Wood will take the mound for the 14th time of the season. Wood didn't have his best stuff in his latest effort, conceding 4 runs in 5.1 innings against the Pirates, and was able to earn the win to improve to 5-5. The veteran southpaw is having his best month of the season, amassing a 3.42 ERA in June, and his season ERA has improved to 4.32, along with a 1.31 WHIP and 66.2 innings pitched. Wood tossed 3 scoreless innings against the Braves last year and is 3-3 with a solid 3.89 ERA in 7 career meetings. San Francisco is at the end of a 7-game road trip. They won 2 of 3 in Pittsburgh last weekend and overall are playing well this month, propelled by stellar work from the pitching staff. The bullpen has been inconsistent, although recently they have been lights out. The Braves will have Kyle Wright take the mound for the 14th time of the year. Wright was clobbered in his previous start, surrendering 5 runs in 6 innings against the Cubs and was tagged with a loss to fall to 7-4 on the season. The young right-hander still features an ERA over 3 this month and brings a 2.94 ERA and a 1.10 WHIP and 79.2 innings of work on the season into this game. Wright allowed 1 run in his 1 career inning against the Giants. Atlanta has been one of the best teams in the majors in the last few weeks. They have won 6 consecutive series, but still trail the Mets by 5.5 games atop the NL East. It's been a favorable schedule as they have played the Pirates, Nats, and Cubs in their last 3 series. Dansby Swanson has been a tough out at the dish this month, sporting a .970 OPS in June. The 28-year-old shortstop has accrued 10 RBIs in his last 10 games and now has 9 homers with 38 RBIs and a .950 OPS. He is 3 for 9 in this series. Ozzie Albies is out of action. The Atlanta Braves are difficult to beat right now. The Braves have only lost 3 games all month and have been dominant at home, where they are sporting a 9-1 record in their last 10 games. The Giants have only won 3 out of their last 7 clashes. Furthermore, Giants starter Alex Wood is having an inconsistent season. He just gave up 4 runs against the Pirates and isn't pitching deep into games. Braves starter Kyle Wright has been one of the Braves' top starters. Wright is especially difficult to solve at home, where he is 5-2 with a 2.84 ERA on the season. Our total pick is under 8.5 runs, and here is why. Alex Wood is expected to take the mound for the Giants. In his last start, he went 5.1 innings and gave up 6 hits, 2 walks, 4 earned runs, and struck out 4 in a win against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Wood has a record of 5-5 with a 4.32 ERA, 1.31 WHIP, and a 64/18 KBB ratio in 13 starts this season. Opposing batters are hitting .268 against Wood. San Francisco has been very good on offense this season. They are top 10 in the league in runs, home runs, RBIs, and OBP. Jock Peterson leads the team in home runs and RBIs. The Giants' pitching staff has been average this season. As a team, they are in the middle of the league in ERA, hits allowed, runs allowed, walks allowed, strikeouts, and WHIP. Giving up the long ball and walking batters has not been a problem, as they are top 5 in home runs allowed and walks allowed. The Giants currently sit 3rd in the division and are sitting in a wild card spot. Pitching has been a problem as they have just been average. If they want to contend in a tough NL West and continue to hold a wild card spot, they will need an arm to help. Kyle Wright is coming off a bad outing, but that was on the road. He has been better at home this year. Wright has a 2.84 ERA, 0.95 WHIP, and a 57/16 KBB ratio in 8 home starts. Opposing batters are hitting just .181 off Wright when he pitches at home this season. He is top 10 in the NL in strikeouts. Wright will bounce back and have a better performance. When he exits the game, the Braves relievers will come in and they have been excellent this season. The Braves relievers rank top 5 in ERA, hits allowed, runs allowed, home runs allowed, strikeouts, WHIP, and batting average against. Home runs are what the Giants do best defensively, but Kyle Wright has given up just 1 home run in 4 out of 13 games, and he has not allowed more than 1 home run in any of the 4 games. Atlanta's relievers are top 5 in home runs allowed. San Francisco will have a difficult time scoring runs, and the under will hit. Cincinnati Reds vs Los Angeles Dodgers. Our team pick is Los Angeles Dodgers minus 1.5 runs. And here is why. The Los Angeles Dodgers have started this regular season strong, as they are currently in first place in the NL West. At the plate, the Dodgers are currently scoring 5.06 runs per game, and they are hitting .250 as a team. This is the second most runs scored per game and the 9th highest overall team batting average. They are very good at making contact with the ball, and they have also been solid when they have men in scoring position. The Dodgers have shown that they can change the game with one swing of the bat as well. They are averaging 1.20 home runs per game, which is the 10th highest average in the league. This team can score multiple different ways, and their batting order is deep enough to always give them a chance. I also expect the Dodgers to stay aggressive once they have reached base safely. They have already recorded 44 stolen bases, which is the 4th most in the league. They attempt to move their base runners into scoring position as quickly as they can, as this offense is ready to strike at all times. Watch for Trey Turner at the plate in this one. He is currently leading the team with a .310 batting average and 49 runs batted in. With Mookie Betts out of the lineup, watch for Turner to step up big for his team. The Cincinnati Reds have had a very difficult start to this 2022 regular season. They are currently in last place in the NL Central. Luckily, they still have plenty of time to string together some wins. At the plate, the Reds are currently scoring 4.31 runs per game, and they are hitting .237 as a team. This is the 17th most runs scored per game and the 20th highest overall team batting average. They have struggled to reach base consistently, which has made it much more difficult to score. The Reds have also realized that they don't have as much home run hitting power littered throughout their lineup as they originally thought. Cincinnati is only averaging .98 home runs per game, which is the 17th lowest average in the league. I am expecting the Reds to stay fairly aggressive on the base paths as well. They have already recorded 34 stolen bases this season, which is the 16th most in the league. They have had a tough time moving runners into scoring position, so they have turned to stealing bases in order to get the job done. Watch for Kyle Farmer at the plate in this one. He is currently hitting .277, which leads his team. He has also driven 38 runs, as he has been solid when they have men in scoring position. In the field, the Reds have some work to do. They are currently allowing 5.27 runs per game and have a 1.41 overall team WHIP rating. This is the most runs allowed per game and the 27th highest overall team WHIP rating. Reaching base safely against the Reds has been a cakewalk for most teams this season, as their starting pitching and fielding have both had their issues. Cincinnati has only recorded 19 quality starts, which is the 21st most in the league. They have been forced to turn to their bullpen early in these games, as their starting pitching has not been trustworthy. According to MLB.com, Hunter Green will be on the mound in this one. He has started this season 3-7 with a 5.26 ERA. He has also already surrendered 17 home runs, which is way too many in my opinion. The Reds also need to make sure they pick up the slack in the field. They have already committed 39 fielding errors this season, which is the 19th most in the league. They can't continue to make these mistakes and still expect to win. In the field, the Dodgers have also been solid to begin this season. They are currently allowing 2.90 runs per game, and they have a 1.07 overall team WHIP rating. This is the second least amount of runs allowed per game and the second lowest team WHIP rating in the league. The Dodgers have Clayton Kershaw on the mound, and I don't see the Reds being able to score enough runs against him to keep this game close. Cincinnati is only scoring the 17th most runs per game, and they have the 22nd highest overall team batting average. Kershaw has started this season 4-1 with a 2.08 ERA, as he looks like he is on a mission this season. He is playing too good, and the Reds aren't going to be able to touch him. The Dodgers are also allowing the second least amount of runs per game. At the plate, the Los Angeles will also get the job done. They are currently scoring the second most runs per game, and they have the 9th highest overall team batting average. They will hit Green early and often in this one, and the Reds will be forced to turn to their bullpen early. This Dodgers team isn't in the same league as the Reds. Expect Kershaw to dominate and the Dodgers will cover the spread. Our total pick is under 9.5 runs. And here is why: the Dodgers are having a great season and once again are playing great across the board. Clayton Kershaw is a future Hall of Famer and is having another remarkable season, allowing only 9 runs in 39 innings pitched while tossing 40 strikeouts. Moreover, with a .356 expected opponent slugging percentage and a 2.64 expected ERA, opponents are making weak contact against Kershaw and are unable to drive in the runs as a result. The Reds are having a season to forget and hope to turn things around at the midway point of the season. Hunter Greene is the Reds' top prospect and is having a strong season, allowing only 39 runs in 65 innings pitched while striking out 85 batters. In addition, with a .217 expected opponent batting average and a 3.68 expected ERA, opponents are making little to no contact against Greene and struggling to drive in runs against him as well. Chris Taylor and Cody Bellinger have combined for 14 home runs and 185 total bases, while Justin Turner and Will Smith have added 13 home runs and 161 total bases to the back half of the lineup, making the Dodgers' batting order a tough one to stop. 3-time Cy Young Award winner Clayton Kershaw, 4.12 ERA, continues to pitch at an elite level. Through 39 innings of work, Kershaw has fanned 40 batters and sports a sparkling 0.85 whip. The Cincinnati Reds are looking to snap a 6-game losing streak and own the worst overall record in the National League. During Wednesday's home loss, Cincinnati of Albert Almora Jr. hit his 5th home run of the season. Kyle Farmer collected 3 hits and scored a run for the Reds, who fell to 23-45 on the year. Rookie right-hander Hunter Greene, 3.75.26 ERA, will make his 14th career major league start for the Reds. Last time out, Greene gave up 4 runs in 5 innings during a 5-4 loss victory versus Milwaukee. The Dodgers have an exceptional lineup that can easily make this game a high-scoring one. However, both teams are turning to 2 of their best starting pitchers, who look to control this game from the first pitch. The Reds should limit the Dodgers lineup with Hunter Greene pitching multiple scoreless innings and allowing little to no contact off the bat. The Dodgers should eliminate and potentially shut out a Reds lineup that is scoring only 4.31 runs per game, with Clayton Kershaw pitching multiple scoreless innings and limiting hard contact from the Reds hitters, while the bullpen also easily eliminates the lineup. The under should cover in a low-scoring game controlled by the 2 starting pitchers. Disclaimer: no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.